then waste my fucking time. Here we're on Ptolemy. And here's Kira and Camille helping Chris and Felt patch up the Celestial Being Gundam's OSs. And it's a testament to how desperate we are for any advantage for letting the outsiders work on the Celestial Being stuff. But it also shows how Celestial Being like trust people now in like the rest of Zexis. Rather than him, like that you think that GW won't AOS 40k because they still make money on it. You have no idea. Like, Games Workshop are the sort of people that go, look at all the stuff that Age of Sigmar has done for us. It's like tripled the sales. And they'll go, hey, do that for 40k. Get 40k's sales tripled. And they'll go, alright. And they'll just fuck it up. No, Felt is just weird looking. She's just weird looking. But Thierry's still uncomfortable with the Zuthas. And he's like, don't worry, I'm not going to start doubting you now. And Kira apologised for making assumptions about Thierry being a shithead. But Thierry says that he didn't have to apologise. But Kira and Athra are like, no, we did. In our own battle, we learned the hard way how important it is to communicate openly. Because Zuth nearly fucking murdered each other. But Thierry says he'll keep that in mind. And everyone's like, wow, Thierry has like really opened up since the Setsuna lock-on thing, like yesterday. And Luna is like, well, maybe even tell us what Celestial Being's all about. But, well, let's not get too crazy. They're like, no, like, and then I was like, no, seriously though, something's not right about the assumption that you can put a stop to, like, all war and conflict by eliminating weapons, right? And even if it worked, what about the Imperium and all the other threats to humanity from outside? Like, nobody would have any means to defend themselves. Shin is at least willing to believe Celestial Being wants world peace. That you've been told about sponsored by Games Workshop means nothing. Like, when I'm done with this cutscene, I will drop fucking crazy shit on you from hundreds of feet. But yeah, Shin's like, I just think like they do want world peace, but they just do it weird. He sees it in their eyes though, especially in Setsuna's. Harry has another question though, and Lauren is like, you look like you got something on your mind. He says, like, okay, the question is, can they do it? Like, the Gundams are powerful enough to rout an ordinary squadron of mobile suits, but they're not, like, the top. Like, even the Colony's Gundams are probably an even match for the Celestial Beings. And this universe is crawling with private super robots like Dan Cougar and Strider. Did Celestial Beings really think that they could take on all of that and come out on top? Why does Harry Ward have those glasses? He's actually got, like, really shitty vision. Like, he needs them to see good. And then just moon fashion, they then look like that. But yeah, it seems like far below Sumeragi's tactical genius that they would think they could fight all these things, and she thinks that, and Harry thinks that there might be more to Aeolia Schoenberg's plan. Thierry, meanwhile, is actually worried about Vader. It's gotten to the point where Sumeragi has ordered failsafe software to be installed on the Gundams in case traitors take control entirely, and the Gundams must be able to operate independently. And Lock-On reads him like a book and reminds him what Kira said about being open with one's thoughts. And Thierry just says, I think Vader might have been compromised. They can operate without it, perhaps, but without its help, like, they probably couldn't stand up to another Gundam. And then Lock-On reminds him that Sumeragi's brilliant mind is still at their backs. And it's like, well, she does do like most of her plans based on the info that dude gives her, but alright. Crow adds that they've also got all of Zexis, but it would be nice if they could get some gratitude. And he's like, Thierry says, we said thank you. He's like, I mean, financial gratitude. And then Thierry scowls and says he has no right to take Sumeragi's aid so lightly. When he has no idea what, and he has no idea what crime she committed. And then, just before he's about to say, Locker's like, alright, that's enough though. She made a mistake, that's all. May have been a big one, but she's fighting with her life to correct it, even if she drowns the memory in alcohol. It's only a human thing to do. And then Thierry is again like, human? I wonder if that dude's human or not. I mean, in the last like 10 minutes there's been 2 bits where he's like, I suppose this is what it means to be a human. But Locon reminds Tieria that all the mice working together is more important than ever. And Tieria says that Setsun needs to hear that more than he does. And Locon agrees, but Crow doesn't. And he says from his view outside looking in, he can see that Setsun has grown too. And that said, some things about the boy haven't changed one bit, and they probably won't. He'll probably always be that weird fucker who ellipses at you. And well. Here's Alejandro and Ribbons at the moon. Invader. The machine at the beating heart of Schoenberg's plan. Alejandro, with generations of corners before him, resented their duty to the plan. But they couldn't escape it as long as Vader hummed away, and now he has a chance to break the dynasty free. And all thanks to his angel, Ribbons Allmark. Ribbons can only apologise for taking so long, and it will take longer still to actually hack Vader. But Alejandro has patience. The corners have been waiting for over 200 years for this. And because Vader is in real-time communication with and control of every mech under its influence, Alejandro will have a front row seat. Nah, Harry's just got regular shaped eyes. Regular sized eyes also. And here's Liu Min helping the Trinities. It's her duty to support Celestial Being regardless of which bit of it is, as long as they're carrying out the plan. And she's well aware that the Trinities are at odds with Celestial Being. But she thinks they're the ones changing the world. Johan doesn't care as long as they get what they need. And what they need now is a ticket to orbit. And the other Trinities, when she's gone, are suspicious. He's like, "That? Do you think we could trust that woman?" Because she's the one who got in touch with them out of nowhere. But Johan's not kidding. They need whatever they can get. And Mihal's like, "Oh, here's the Harrow being fucking stupid." Bega Maneko. He's yelling about glasses, I think. But after the Harrow fucking says stupid shit, let's see if Nyland Guards get anything on that guy. Great Mecha Beast. Okay, no, that's after that. Okay, Nope, no mention. But anyway, Mihal wishes they could get some better support. When they're on and they're surviving on rations, and he wants some damn meat. And Nena says that she wants some candy. She wants some sweets. Sweetie. But then, Aliel Sanchez walks in and he's like, "Hey! I'm Aliel Sanchez. My boss wanted you taken care of." And like, "Wait, Laguna Harvey?" He's like, "Eh?" And he's like, "No, he's dead. I killed him. Just like this." And then he shoots Mihail. Punches Johan, and then he's like, "You know what? I'd rather finish this mobile suit to mobile suit. So you guys get in your robots. Let's go." But IR Sanchez just fucking walked in and murdered a man. So 36, mission entrusted, or the entrusted will. So then he's like, "Your brother's dead. You fucking dead." Like, yeah, fucking did it. But so because that guy won't be needing his Gundam, Aliel Sanchez has stolen it, and the Throne's Vi is supposed to be locked to Mihal's biometrics. So the lock must have been hacked through Vader, and Aliel Sanchez is like, "This is a weird thing." So he misses and doesn't do so good. They're like, "Why are you shooting us?" Like, "Outlived your usefulness." So he murders the Ein, and he's like, "But we're Meisters! We were created to change the world!" And then it blows up. And Ali is like, "Wow, look at that! A GN particle explosion. Beautiful. Your turn, lady." And then we show up. The ruin is fun. So yeah, the boys, Setsunaka is stunned and horrified to see Ali Al-Sanchez in a Gundam. And Ali's just like, "Hey, we all came together by destiny. They're just like you and me." And then Ali's men arrives and Nena wants revenge, but she wants to live more than revenge, so she books it. And Ali's like, "That's fine." The Ein, he's like, "Okay, you know what? Killing the Ein wasn't enough. Let's get you guys." Sanchez Kisama. So Sumeragi orders us to focus fire on the Gundam for worrying about the others. So our SR point is to do the opposite. We gotta blow up everything and then him within 3 turns. Are we the bad guys for not letting Ali kill Nana? No! She deserves to pay for her crimes. Not get off lightly by getting murdered by a fucklord. I don't really want to get dunked on by this man. He's pretty fucking good. Ali Al-Sanchez? What's the matter, Gundam boy? Don't want me in your precious Gundam? Tables are turned, kiddo. Now that my machine's as good as yours, you don't stand a chance. Quiet! You are not Gundam! No, we'd lock her up and have a tribunal with the UN. But yeah, anyway, the Age of Sigma Games Workshop a terrible thing. Like they hired a marketing guy because they were told they had to hire a marketing guy, so they hired one and then didn't tell him anything. So he was there at the announcement at Nottingham, trying to do the Age of Sigma thing, and he just couldn't tell anybody anything. And at one point he just had to say, "This is all I've been told, I can't give you any more information because I haven't got it to give." And he like just showed them the bit of paper and was like, this is all they've given me. They phoned up one of their distributors, one of their franchisees. No, it was just someone who sells stuff in their own store. In Iceland, and was saying, "Are you gonna stock up on Age of Sigmar stuff?" And I went, "No, because I won't be able to shift it, and you want me to buy like $5,000 worth of stuff, and I could that's more stock than I sell in like 5 years of your stuff. So no. Well, if you don't buy it and get the thing set up and do all the stuff, then you'll be losing it to your competitor." And the guy just went, "I don't think I will." He's like, "No, you will. We've spoken to other stores in your area and they're doing it." And he went, "Buddy, I'm literally the only game store on the entire fucking island of Iceland. there is no rival business. What are you talking about? And that's when the dude trying to get him was like, "Oh, sorry," and then just hung up. Yeah, no, like that's the problem, Rose. Like, if they do Age of Sigmar 40k, then you best believe they're gonna make like everything all about it forever for the rest of time, and it would just be awful. They might get to keep the Gaunt's Ghost book going as their own thing. Satellite cannon? So, no, like we've got to win the stage before the satellite cannon can even be ready. So there's not going to be any satellite cannon. But well, in the stage, I mean, in this like this section, so there might be some more shit afterwards. Yeah, like 40, like the plot of 40k hasn't advanced in like 20, like I think over 20 years. Like it hasn't advanced since. Like the first Armageddon, I think. Got you, Gundam. There's also their financial reports, which are really good, where they're like, we know if a product was good because it sold more. It's like, alright. But then on the very same page they say that the manner of the person selling the thing decides like whether it sells or not. And like someone at the meeting said, so are you saying that the person, like depending on who sells the product, like who's selling it, who's holding it in their hands, changes whether the product is good or not? And the guy just went, I guess. I would say that saying it hasn't advanced at all isn't a lie when the only plot that has happened is stuff before. Like you can see how things that have happened before isn't really advancing things. It's just filling in backspaces more than anything, right? Damn, lucky Lamar Haven. Hope you just don't end up in hell though. Oh yeah, like no, like absolutely, like it's filling in more stuff in the setting, but that isn't advancing the plot though. Yeah, no, I can believe that live, and everybody bought a good TV for Super Bowl Sunday, and then suddenly defective on Monday. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, it's revealing new information and new occurrences, but that's not advancing the plot, though. Like, by, like, definition, it is not. Like, I am agreeing with what you're saying, but that is not what I am saying. I am talking specifically about, like, the plot, the story, not the setting, not the world. I'm talking about the actual, like, the actual plot of 40k with the Thing and the Emperor and all that jazz, which hasn't advanced because by definition anything that happens before it isn't advancing. It just illuminates new details. It doesn't actually advance anything. Like, again, I agree with you. The 40k plot isn't only what happens as the latest stuff, but I'm talking about the actual thing, though. Now we sword that guy with double sword. Yeah, like they're advancing the plot now. Like, that's what they're doing, but they're advancing it towards Age of Sigmaring it. Does that dude have... Or did he just not... Oh, he barely didn't. He doesn't have Prevail, does he? Yeah, he just didn't do enough damage with the support thing. Time for two mad boys to attack each other. I would say that they haven't cared about anybody whining about it not advancing for like 20 years, so they're probably not going to start now. Somebody at the top has just probably had a really bright idea that they should do something, and then they got to do it. Impossible! Yep, there's old Mr. Gulliman. The Guilliman sword is not the important one. The important one is Cypher's. Now, Guilliman's is also pretty important, but Cypher's is the important one. Like, that dude has just shown up. Yeah, Robot Guna is finally woken up. No, Rose, that's the problem. Cypher should be the 40k Boogeyman. But unfortunately, someone at Games Workshop has decided that everything they've ever written about that man is serious and for real. And that's where it's gone wrong. But yeah, I think Seikaichi might be on it where 30k is getting lots of attention. And they're like, oh, we need to do this before it ends up like that other thing. Shut the fuck up, Sakuya. Yeah, no, exactly. Like, everything about Cypher is cryptic, and it's like, oh, is he gonna kill the Emperor or isn't he gonna kill the Emperor? And then someone at the top of Games Workshop is gone, okay, he's actually like the coolest fucking dude and a real badass, and who knows what he's gonna do. It's like, well, probably somebody should know what he's gonna do. Like, somebody should have that in mind. That's the thing though, Roosevelt. He probably hasn't. Like, that was sort of the original point. Was that lots of things happen and people just attribute them to that man. And actually, he's not done very much at all. But now, suddenly, all these things that everybody has gone, oh, it was that dude. He actually did him. And he's actually the coolest badass boys of all time. Welcome back to the land of living, Sakuya. I don't like that at all. That's gonna hurt a lot, yep. As expected on that one. Yelling about fucking God all the time. Yeah. I'm with you on that one, Rose of him. Like, originally it was a thing where they reduced 40k to its most absurd and ridiculous points. And then people have gone, oh yeah, that's exactly what it is, exactly. And it's like, well, they've got the essence of it, but not the specifics, so it's not particularly... I mean, alright. If you say so, nerds. Up to you. Let's get more of this idiot on him. I mean, he's probably gonna miss, but that's fine. Give up that Gundam, thief! You're about as obsessed with Gundams as that Kazushi kid, huh? You don't know the purpose of the Gundam or the importance of its mission. You are not fit for the machine. As far as I'm concerned, the thing's just a weapon. Once I get a toy, I don't give it up easy. Tell him how he says. Yeah, like how the custodians are oiled up, like how they're just pillar men. It's like, alright, nice joke, but... yeah, that ain't funny, Celestial Being. Well, but like, there's enough to make fun of and do without having to be like that. But again, maybe that's just me. I guess round bonus is only when you haven't done your turn. So, hey mercenary, you with the KPSA? You got the story from the Kazushi kid? Guess you got it in for me too. Sorry, celery beans. I don't have time for every idiot who wants revenge or whatever. Maybe you've done so much terrorism you just don't care. But just one of those incidents took everything I cared about from me. You're gonna pay for that. I suggest you will pay. Oh, he's fucking down here. What an asshole. If he was one more square. Yes! Good. What do you fight for? To sate your hunger? About right. Got a problem? Can't stand people like you. Too bad, ain't it? Everyone's got something wrong with them. I'm just a little worse than usual. That's exactly what I'm saying. Can't stand people who can't control their own base urges, says the man, where his base urges have a personality. Fun day. Alright, dude. Here's Fangs. Alright. Go, buddy. Not far. Fuck you. We have killed everything else, right? Yeah, just him. GN Peng's brainwaves like funnel? Probably. Just will it with your brain and the particles do the rest and fly them around. I'd have to look up GN Pengs. He still is adrenaline ampule though. Bit control system. Let's have a look. Bit control system. Yeah, okay. So, it's most effective with Innovades and Innovators, because they're quantum brainwaves. Serious, you have a good one. Because of their quantum brainwaves, but otherwise you have to, like, control them. Not with your brain. And that Haros or other AI systems are usually present to control it. Yeah, so the Haro does it in Dingleberry's one when he gets it. But we got it. We did it. Aliash is like, well, first time in a new toy, see ya. And suddenly all four of the Gundams go weird. It's just like the thing that the other dude did. And his aim was like, howdy! Hey, what are you doing? He's like, oh, you know, I was going to explain why the celestial being things have gone wrong, but I think you guys are perfectly aware. It's like, we've been cut off from access from Vader. System error, system error, system error. The timing. And Tierra's like, oh, jeez. And Setsuna saying this is flashing back to Kyrgyzstan when he was in the Exia but couldn't be Gundam. Yeah, again, just like in Kyrgyzstan when I was in Exia, you're unable to be Gundam. No, Setsuna, you're not the same as you were then. You don't have to fight alone, we're right here with you. Don't give up, we're behind you. Don't try to do everything alone, you're not the only Gundam. I'm still alive. That's right, so move. I mean, the fact that 4 of our robots don't work when we've got like fucking 12 more over here. You know, there's still something you gotta do. They're right, Setsuna, we can't die yet. I'm alive. Move, Exia, we must fight. Gundam! Kira, now! Calibration in progress, resetting 0 moment in CPG. Reconnecting FCS, switching control of the sub-circuit. Execute! So Kira just reprogrammed their OS on the fly because he's a genius. So back online, nice work. But Tierra isn't, unfortunately. He's like Vader, and Aim's like, yeah, you idiot. Oh well, he's been Tierra has been forsaken by Vader. Nothing left to live for that boy. So Aliach is like, ha! Perfect timing. Time to get that fuck boy. Teach me how to Gundam. Teach me how to Gundam. I'll teach you how to Puggy. It's the best I can do. What was the last thing you saw, Anmihao? Did you see? Did you see when Lockhart found out that Setsuna was probably the one who killed his parents? But he did it. Lock on! Sanchez! And he's like, alright, Kyrgyz brat! Makes fun of him, moves in on Ceci, he's like, that's it, idiot! Ora, let's go, Gundam! He's like, I cannot believe a Kisama like you is piloting a Gundam! Okay, they found out that Setsuna was probably the one who killed his parents, and then Thierry revealed that his robot had a special function where it could disconnect Gundams from Vader and turn them off. But then the dudes he did that to then like overrid that somehow. So Vader must have wanted him to be active. And then that's just happened to them. They were disconnected from Vader because Alejandro and Ribbons are being shitlords. But back on the moon, Alejandro is impressed by Sumeragi's preparation and with all the OS reprogramming shit, but it won't be enough to make up the loss of Vader. And Ribbons has advanced to security level 7, the last level of the database. And here he is at his goal, the cryonic preservation pod, the cryogenic pod of Ilya Schoenberg. You should probably not keep a monocle in when you're cryogenically frozen. I mean, you shouldn't sleep with contacts in, so you probably shouldn't have that on, right? That's just me. But Schoenberg had himself preserved to be thawed out when the world was unified and at peace. And but Alejandro says he'll never get to see it. But don't worry, he'll inherit Aelia's mission of a world under one banner. That of Alejandro Corner, of course. And the and two of the Trinities are now dead. Sanchez just walked in and shot the middle brother, and then he stole his robot and killed the other brother, and the girl got out. Meanwhile, Aeolia's voice booms out. It is my deep regret to say that if evil has found its way here, the world I strove to create has not come to pass. It's like, oh shit, it's a goddamn trap. Set to trigger if Vader was ever compromised. And it says, humans continue their foolish battle, guiding the world to its doom. It seems even the creation of a multi-world has not been enough to change that. It's like, well, but he was meant to be dead for 200 years. How could he know about the multi-world? Like, what the? And he says, however, I still believe in humanity enough to entrust them with a new power. This planet, humanity, must change. And Ali's like, you know what? This Gundam's pretty fucking sweet. I love it. Best weapon ever. Chica, no, wrong. You're wrong. That's not my Gundam. Where my Gundam? If you find my Gundam, Aliasages, even name Gundam Big Boy. Guess about you. You'll pay by my hand with my Gundam. Here's unlocked the Superboy mode. Trans Am, baby. Yeah, I'll find my Gundam. Exy is doing some weird shit. My Gundam! And now Aelia's voice is speaking through all the Gundams, and it says he doesn't know if they're the ones he entrusted this mission to, but he still wishes to entrust the full power of the GN drives to them. And he says, I pray you will fight for an end to conflict and a dawn of true peace, not for celestial being, but of your own free will, and with the Gundams. Gundam! And such is like, alright, I'm fucking out, I'm gonna lose this, see ya. So, Trans Am system! Yeah, so he makes way for it, and Sumeragi is like, okay, so, the Exia went red, okay, shit! When it went red, it tripled the power across the board! It's 3 times faster than regular when it's red, and all 4 of the Gundams equipped with genuine GN drives have unlocked it. The fake ones can't do it. Trans Am! And Tifa's like, wow, that voice was the one who gave us the satellite cannon. Ilya Schoenberg on the fucking moon while asleep. So Aim's like, oh jeez, well, look at that, Ilya Schoenberg doing some shit. And Crow's like, fuck you. And he's like, well, I mean, I came to make your scale sway, boy, by breaking Tierra, but seems to have backfired, so back to the other option. Marguerite and some dogs. Lock-On is unconscious from getting hit by Aliasages, and Tierra is like, alright, I'm sad, time to drag him away from the battlefield. Yeah, he's all sad, and alright, I'll do it. So Crowy's like, "Aim, come straight for me, buddy." He's like, "Nah, my goal's not to hurt you, just to sway your heart. I want to see the you who wants to live and the you who would rather be dead, hanging in balance." He said, "Besides, it'd be much more fun to see you fight Marguerite." And before she was uncertain and hesitant, but now she's full of anger and hatred and will attack with full strength. I can't believe Lock-on took her sword to the over there. They're good friends now! Lock-on was gonna shoot Setsuna, but then he was like, "You're too stupid to shoot. You're too obsessed with your Gundam." And then Setsuna was like, "That's the nicest thing anybody could have said to me." And here's Trans Am. And then he told Crow that he was too stupid, and Crow's like, "That's the least kind thing." "Wait, Lock-on Stratus, this will end soon. I'll use the power I've been trusted with to fight my battle." Trans Am, the smartest reference ever. Trans-American. Go across America. But also Red, go fast. 3 times faster. Oh, I didn't Setsuna about Lock-on's parents. He was like 7 at the time. There was a when solar power became a big thing, the rich countries that could buy all the solar panels became massively powerful, whereas the other countries that relied on fossil fuels and for like all of their money, such as, you know, the Middle East, that then meant that they were fucked. And so they started doing some wars, and Lock-on and Setsuna was one of them boys who did it. Lock-on's parents were doctors in the region, I believe, or like solar panel scientists or something fucking stupid that no one cares about. And they were blown up. And Alias Sanchez was in fact the man behind that boy. It's this fucking nay fella. Calm down, nay. Let's get it down to the... Alright, we won't get that far. And now he's out of fucking juice, alright. You know, in real life, the Middle East of all countries would probably be able to convert solar energy more than the sun and money have. Yeah, like you'd think, like with all the sun and money and, you know, the main material in solar panels being fucking glass, which is made out of fucking sand, and that's like 90% of the terrain. But no, the solar energy wars kicked off. Yeah, no, I think the idea is that the wet and not sunny countries went over there and did their big solar panel farms and then went get fucked. What they should do is turn all of the Sahara Desert, which I know is in Africa, not the Middle East, into just one big solar panel. Just one big one, so if it breaks, we're fucked. Yeah, it says that read somewhere that if you paved all of Arizona with solar panels, it'd be enough to power the world. I think like the one that I read was an area 1/3 the size of Germany, or 1/4 the size of Germany. If you put that in the Sahara Desert, that would be able to power the world. It apparently would not take much. Yeah, and then like randomly it says one of the physics instructors at uni showed the math on that if they wanted to do it in normal glass, it'd take 10 years of glass production. And we way less solar panels than we do glass. We produce way less solar panels than we do. Yeah, it's like it'd take a lot of shit. But then they would just up glass production, right? And then do it in 5 years. And then super cheap solar power. And the world would be a much better place. But not today, motherfucker. Not today. Let's eat a dinosaur. So this is all about monster hunting, huh? I'm eating a lozenge to stop my throat from getting mad, and let me tell you, I forgot the methylene or whatever smells like poop. Storage and transportation for the produced power is easy. They had that shit solved in like 1984. And the goddamn Transformers just put it in boxes, carried it around in cubes. They've had that shit forever. No, it's not actually poop, it just smells like poop. And it smells so much like poop that the guys in Hot Fuzz, the other policemen that aren't the main two, the detectives that smoke, they started smoking real cigarettes because the menthol cigarettes smell like poo. And they were just like, this is awful, we'd rather actually smoke for real and kill ourselves than have to deal with the poop. Why did deploy happen? Because they deployed everybody else I would deploy! They fucking stole everybody else from me, they took all the pretty boys. Yeah, you're just this shithead. They deployed like the other 5 boys that I would use. Look at him just not paying attention or looking, letting his computer do it all because he sucks. If only I could deploy an Eva. Unfortunately, they're not for a whole new game. You're going to be in V though. Oh, I forgot that he's a big enough boy now to do the big move! Yeah, he uses computer aim, hits one of 20 layers. Like, he programmed it himself as well, so it's like even more negatives on him. Can't support himself against that guy. That guy too strong. 213 juiced is 225. Is that the new type ghost sword? Yes. And he makes a barrier out of ghosts. I had a very irritating conversation about that with people who were just like, no. It being new type ghosts is that aren't mentioned anywhere is definitely more of a Deus Ex Machina than it having, like, it just having a thing that makes a barrier unmentioned is way more of a Deus Ex Machina than it having a thing that turns ghosts into barriers unmentioned. It's like, you know what? I think you guys might actually just be fucking idiots. Yeah, we need to program it, and Kira's the only. Kira and Camille also, yeah, like Kira and Camille were the ones who programmed the failsafe in to the Celestial Being Boys rides. But remember, symbolism is bad, and if anything happens on screen doesn't literally happen, then it's stupid and bad writing. Especially that movie of Utena where that dude turns into a car. He literally turned into a car. It wasn't a metaphor for him being a way to escape. He literally turned into a car. What the get fucked? It's all about technique, we needed speed. Damn. If you need someone quick and shitty, get Kira. Cheap, fast, good. Pick 2. And they wanted it free and quick. We did it! Justice, fuck off! You can't fly around in a robot named after an American military plan to invade the Middle East. and then still be like, hell yeah, we did it justice. Then we'll see Destiny. Yes, it was after 9/11. I thought so. Because original Gundam got fucked because 9/11 happened, so all the cartoon places were like, we don't want to show no war things because 9/11 happened. Like, it was already doing shitty. Like, it was in the completely wrong environment, and then that happened. But in the end, I can't believe they fucked up the cartoon because of terrorism. Awful. Despicable. Yeah, the tentacles smashing the tower. I can't. Nope. Can't show tentacles. The giant tentacle in its natural habitat. Demolition. Camille would write code so beautifully, he would applaud something. You know what? He probably would. Got him. This did a trill. Well, the best I can do at a trill. It's tough. I haven't got the tongue for it. Carefully wrote something like, while 1 equals 1. Like, Nuggin told me how one of the dudes he went to school with was like, you're a programmer, right? He's like, yeah, I code for a living, I work for you, blah, blah, blah. He's like, tell me why this doesn't work. And he sent him a text file that said, if Halo equals, then run. He was like, why isn't this making Halo go? And he's like, because it's a text file with just some shit written in it, you idiot. I like the Gundam work because I like that Kira can't spell Gundam. Damn. And now I've got a Malteser in my mouth, so now I have menthol and chocolate, so it's actually, I really like it. It covers the taste of chocolate, which I don't like, with a delicious taste of menthol, which I do. You wanted to delete Axel's Halo? Yeah, you wanted to know why he didn't have a Halo. On guard, Crow Bruce. Ain't you serious this time? It's just my blood, huh? You took from me the last thing I had. You gotta pay. I don't care if you're some fancy honourable knight. You gotta stay frosty on the battlefield. If I'm fighting for my life, I fight like I want to live. That means giving it all I got. So here comes the sexy babe. Mentholated chocolate. Chew you get further from God's light every day. No, it's chocolate that I've then mentholated manually in my mouth. Which is the second holiest place on earth. You know, like I said, those disgusting things you've said. Fucked up. I just don't have a sweet tooth. I just don't like chocolate. You wanna know what my favourite type of chocolate is? White chocolate, because it doesn't taste like chocolate. And if it's flavoured with like lemon or orange. because then it doesn't taste like chocolate. My favourite chocolate is indeed white chocolate plus lemon or orange. Formation split ray. They used to do it as a cookie over here. First it was white chocolate and orange, and then they swapped it to white chocolate and lemon. And I'm like, hell yeah, even better. At first I was like, oh, I bet that's horrible, but then it was really nice. And then they stopped it, and now they do it in raspberry. Get fucked. It's very chocolate, dog chocolate, it tastes like steak. Dog chocolate does not taste like steak. It tastes fucking foul though. Like a dog ago, yeah, a previous dog, a dog ago. My mum came over and she was like, I got you some dog chocolates. And she went, they're pretty good, and started eating some herself. I'm like, I bet they're horrible. She's like, no, they're really good. And she kept eating them. And then she's like, you try one. I tried one. I was like, you know what, that is alright. So I had another one as we were feeding the dog. And then we both just went, you know what, actually, I think they're disgusting. And she'd had like fucking 10, and I had 2. And I'm like, man, you should not have eaten all them chocolates, mother. That's bad news. Fuck me. Okay, well, he doesn't need to be at low health, because it makes no difference to him. You know what I should have done? This first. And that man assault knife. Get that guy. And then she hits for the big XP. Look at that. 3 levels. Now she's invincible. Dog chocolate is just chocolate food that doesn't matter dog. Yeah! It's just a food that doesn't, like, for some reason they went, you know what? What we really need is something that looks like human food, but you only give it to a dog. It's like, why fucking bother? Why make it look like a human chocolate button when you could just make it look like a bone or anything else? Something that makes people not want to eat the food that isn't fit for human consumption. Actually, it's fine for humans to eat, it's just disgusting. The favourite story with that dog though, other than all of them, because he was a really fucking awful dog, was when my mother came to stay the night and she was sleeping downstairs, and she said it was awful because every hour the clock would chime and everybody else had just tuned it out because we had it for fucking years, so we didn't give a shit. Yeah, I did enjoy the Battle Pug, guys. How you doing, baby? Fucking Battle Pug, it's alright. Yeah, and she said not only was every hour she woken up by that, but then at 1 o'clock in the morning, the dog decided he wanted to play a plastic bag. So he was in the kitchen, which is where he sleeps, and he just had found a plastic bag somewhere, and then was just shaking it at the door to the room she was in, going, hell yeah, come rustle this plastic bag with me for hours in the middle of the night, it'll be good. Let's get that lady with our move. Our maneuver. Our maneuver. He's teaching you own lessons for eating chocolate. No, this was several years after the friggin' chocolate incident, and yeah, goddamn plastic bag dog. He's like, hell yeah, time to play plastic bag. My favourite game. What's the rules? There are no rules. That's the best bit. You just get a plastic bag and you make as much noise with it as possible in the middle of the fucking night. Like a wild dog. I don't know what was up with that dog, but he never behaved ever. His ultimate dream goal would be to just escape the house, just get out with no lead on, and just go fucking wild. That's all he ever wanted to do. We're like, dude, you can't. You'll get run over by a car. You'll die. He's like, nope, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna escape. Eat shit. Just never got the hang of not being on a lead. That was massive overkill. He used to get Shelby sings along with the coyotes at 5 AM. He said, nice. Shelby is a good dog. Some dogs are not good dogs, but most dogs are good dogs. And the ones that aren't, it's generally not their fault. Yep, she's like, he's being this aggressive, ain't my type. After his Darth Maul cosmetic, it's because double-ended things are cool, so you have to copy that guy. And by the way, they're not cool, so he fucked it. He also got annoyed when, like, there used to be like one of the whole walls next to the front door was glass. It had lots of little glass panels. You couldn't see shit through them because they had like lines and cracks in them and shit, like as part of their design, so you couldn't see through them. But he would sit there, he'd look out the window. So he just loved to look out the window. And then they replaced that when they got a new door. So the glass was like up off the floor then, and he was like, man, I can't look outside the window anymore. So then he decided what he was going to do was, because he couldn't get up to look out the window because he was a tiny little poodle, he decided what he'd do is just go sit on the stairs. And he'd just go sit on the stairs so he could look out the window. And he would just lay on the stairs going, yeah, this is good. But his favourite time to sit on the stairs would be after he'd gone outside to pee. So he'd come in and lay on the stairs and then burn all the carpet with his piss. His piss-soaked dick. Burn holes in, like, it took several years, but eventually I was like, what's up with the carpet there? And I was like, oh, I guess that's where the dog's wee-wee has like burnt away the fabric of the carpet. Like, that's gross, he's probably got a new carpet. And then they did. But only when he fucking died. They were like, what's the point in getting on? He's only gonna piss on that one as well. Fuck it, he's old and leaky. It's fine, don't worry about it. I don't have any energy fillers, do I? So I guess this dude will get in a boat. You get in that boat. Because what does this boat do? Yeah, it just doubles the command aura, so not as good. One turn! If he was fully upgraded, the satellite cannon would be ready now. Okay, 2 lines. Okay, so if he goes here, then he can attack those guys and all of his friends. Or he can just kill this one right now. My family, good at dog. So okay, we've got to take at least one more turn. Actually, we don't do it because Crow can go. Never mind. Might be able to do this turn before the satellite cannon's ready. Bombard that lady with bullshit. My family's never been big on cats, thinking about it. At my dad's parents, I've had cats, they haven't had dogs in my lifetime. But they did have dogs before. They've had one cat, Taurus, who was a big fluffy Persian. And then they got a not fluffy Persian. And what's it called? Bengal. Time for some big service. So time for one on the house, buddy. Blammo, eat it, Marguerite. Enemy in sight. You get him, Bobby. Fucking love Bobby, he's good. Gay as hell. He's a big service when they check the other Gundams. Maybe we should have done. Actually, he might have done. Like I saw that you said service, but he might have said, "Hey buddies, here's some big service for you." And Crow's got to get the bop on this one. Shit, I did the thing where it like tells me the thing, but then I don't click on the whammo. Where is it? Secret. Shoot her down with Crow. That's part of the secret. It's step 1. Right, now I'm gonna get like way too bold on this, and I'm gonna mercy. Because these dudes aren't doing over 9,000. Look at these boys, why don't you smooch already? That's all anybody wants. Your true fans, they just want you to fucking dock already. Fucking awful, I hate them. Just ugly as shit. Docking is so wrong. No. Docking's fine. Sounding is wrong. Okay, well, I mean, I guess they did do enough. I mean, people might like putting shit up their dick, but can't say I approve of it myself. Just make sure you do it. It's safe. And you're aware of the medical implications of putting shit up your dick. Let's go, Marguerite. With his really obviously seam line where they mirror the sprite. Garlic crying out, yeah, probably. He's in tears, he's gonna be like, why me crying? Stop be hater steal. Yeah, have an exit strat for the item. If you're gonna put anything up your dick, make sure you can get it out. That's an out hole. Absolutely. But you wanna go against the grain? If you're a pioneer, then do what you gotta do. Just make sure you do it safe. Yeah, she's saying her brother's name, but I can never remember his name. It's like, wow, this is really incredible. One of his other lines is, sorry, I can't afford mercy either. We did it, we got the good go fast thing. Nice work. And Margaret's like, oh, I can't avenge my brother. And everyone's like, wow, we did it. But she mentioned her brother, what's that about? Isn't the Imperium just like those guys in Dimensional Monsters? Don't know, no idea, dude. But the Imperium, like, that's alright. So I yell at AIM, got them all. And AIM's like, haha, the scales wavered, but the fulcrum didn't break. See ya, Crow. His name is Big Space Dino. It's like Shane or Shine or something. Shamu. But anyway, it's big news. Something's happening in Area 11. Here we are, the grand opening of Princess Euphemia's Special Administrative Region of Japan initiative, which would give Area 11 back much of its rights and independence while maintaining it as a British territory. But she went fucking nuts and told all of the Japanese people to get fucking murdered, and she started gunning down 11s in the fucking streets. Because, holy shit. And it turns out she's actually bad and evil. But you can tell by her glowing red eyes like a goddamn demon. Luckily, the Black Knights were ready and on hand to stem the damage. Intense fight broke out between them and Britannian forces stationed there, and the arrival of Imperium has turned the whole thing into chaos. Meanwhile, Britannian officials have offered no comment on Euphemia's behaviour. It's clear that the Japanese rebellion is only going to get far more intense in the near future. Yeah, because he'll fuck up every time. And here's Trace, it's like, man, I like it. And Lady's like, so, that woman, ooh, jeez, ooh, you really fucked up with the numbers there. Like, she's like, ooh. And Trace's like, one more thing pushing the world towards its doom. Amuro says, Trace Kushinada, don't you have the power to change that yourself? Like, isn't that within your control? And Trace just says, I'm but one man. And Amuro's like, I thought more of you. So Trace asks Amuro, point blank, if you were in my place, could you change the world without sacrificing a single life? And Amuro says, doesn't respond, and then says, but I do have an idea of what I can do. And here's Roberto and Apolli, who I guess they just got to hang out with Amuro and Quattro. They're like, we're gonna go join Zuth. Trace is like, no, as promised, I'm not going to stop you, and I've even kept your mobile suit ready. And then, what about you, Quattro Vegina? And he just looks on with his shades. What's up with Amuro's face? He's got laser eyes. That's just how he looks in the movie version of Zeta. He's like really fucking intense all the time. Yeah, and you know what? We'll watch that in a second, as our break between bits. Because it's good shit. Good shit. His eyes are not evil, it's the bright spark of life. So, yeah, we know, it's like, wow, Euphemia, who thought she was, like, didn't she hang out with Suzaku? Yeah, and now this has happened. She basically lured every Japanese person into a trap and murdered them. And now terrorism's going off all over the place in Area 11, and it's being overrun by dimensional monsters. In the wake of this, Elgins call in Zexis back together. Not the best time, given all the revelations about the Celestial being traitor, but Tsunaragi knows duty to Zexis, and she can count on Zexis' support in return. And the traitor isn't just a Celestial being problem either. Whoever he is, he's an enemy of the whole world, and Zexis have got to stop him together. As for Lock-On, because remember, he got fucking blown up. and unconscious. He's fine, he'll make it. Tyrion felt by his side, and goes like, phew, I'm glad Celestial Being's big brother kind of fell. I ain't buying it just yet. And he's like, yeah, like in Celestial Being, he's definitely the big brother dude. And it's like, you know what? I never thought of it like that, but it does make a lot of sense. But we're going back to Dragon's Hive, and Team D are like, hell yeah, let's go talk to fucking Foxy because he sucks. The Fun Boys, yeah, the Mazinger got his wings, and the Getter Boys fucked up and murdered Michiru. They crashed into her, and Genki's sad little boy. Lock-on is now missing an eye, but that ain't gonna stop him from doing his sniping. I'll use the Harrow! The Harrow helped me! Yeah, he's like, Mimon. But Tyrion blames himself for this, because he was like, if I hadn't been so shitty and worried about Vader and wanted to fuck the computer, then maybe you'd be alright. And Locke's like, nah, it ain't your fault, dude. And this sort of sympathy isn't like you. What's really bothering you? And Tyrion is like, without my direct link to Vader, I've got no right to call myself a Meister. And everyone's like, wait, what? What's up with that, dude? And that would explain why Virtue was buggiest when they made the OS switch, like pilot error. But Lock-on doesn't see the problem. If Tierra is missing his link, that just puts him on everybody else's level. And Lock-on doesn't believe for a second that losing Vader means they can't carry out the plan. All they gotta do is stick with the Gundams and keep fighting the good fight as best they can. That's what everybody else in Zexus is doing. And Tierra is like, I'm so sorry, I'm trash, and want to put my dick in the computer. And Lock-on just said, don't worry about it, everyone makes a mistake. It's only human. He's like, only human? So that's the third drop in 3 missions that maybe Tierra isn't human. He's like, oh, everyone's laughing. Is this what it means to be human? Laughing about stupid shit. And so, Alejandro is mad as hell that Aeolia fucked everything up and he shot his pod. And he's like, 200 years we've been working on this and they fucked it. But Ribbons is just like, mysterious ability of original GN drives was absent from all recorded data. There's a black box in them that they haven't been able to reproduce, so the secret must lie in there. So Alejandro flips his shit like, he was playing God! Fuck you, Aeolia Scherberg! And Ribbons muses that the title might not be too far off for Aeolia Scherberg, though now he, Ribbons, knows of the man who stood at that god's right hand. Meanwhile, Alejandro will not let this stop him from advancing his plan to the final phase and then wiping out anyone who ever opposed him. So say I, Alejandro Corner. And